Tutu says it should be mandatory that event spaces state clearly if the place is accessible for persons with disabilities. And I know they lie on their websites. Just dealing with the last part of your comment, absolutely. Different spaces and service providers lie a lot about their spaces being accessible. This is not my focus now, but I just want to let you know there's a video playing in the background, and it was a concert that I attended in August 2024 during Women's Month in South Africa. It was the Divas in concert, and it was the first time since my health challenges that I was like, no man, I really, really miss going to concerts. Let me try to find something for me, and that was more family orientated as well. And I came across this incredible concert that was featuring Chappy Cheeks, someone who's pretty new to me, and I'm going along with a journey of discovering her music. Ziza Maftik is a jazz artist. She's from Eastern Europe. Really enjoy her approach to jazz, and she was commemorating different jazz legends, South African jazz legends, during her performance. And of course, one of my all-time legends and favorite musicians, Thandiso Mazwai, was featured as well. And I enjoy the artistry of what's her name, Simpiwe Dana. And I'm absolutely enamored by Makadzi. So I was like, this is absolutely perfect. I'm going to experience a variety of artists. The concert was not that long. It didn't last until the early morning hours. It was from morning until evening. I think it stopped at 8 p.m. or something like that. So that was perfect for me. And I can, survive being in this sort of environment with my challenges. So, we booked it. I didn't check whether they had disability access. I was like, you know what, I'm going anyway. And got there. It wasn't full at all. So this was absolutely perfect as well for me. And of course, we were seated, at the Bekenyana when, in between interludes while we're waiting for the featured artists to come on stage. And then when different artists come on, then all of us will move forward. You know how it is in concerts. And we want to take pictures or selfies of the artists. So as what we're looking at in the video is me on the far right of the right towards the stage. As you can see, it's mostly me, and people are a few meters away from me. But on the far left is the audiences who are there to enjoy the music. Now, it looks like some form of, in inverted commas, disability apartheid, right? This video really showcases what I went through during the concert. In general, people were really, cool, there to have a good time. I didn't have anyone bother me or make me feel awkward or anything like that. However, when the different artists were coming on stage, I think from Makadzi, I went forward like everyone else, and I didn't, stand right at the edge of the barricade. So I stood a little bit, maybe 3 lines away from the stage, because I have to look up. The wheelchair, obviously, because I'm seated, it lowers, so I'm closer to the floor than I am what my height would be, and I'm relatively tall. When I checked this year, I was one meter 70 centimeters, 1.7. Anyway, so I made sure that I gave myself space so I can look up comfortably. To also take videos, selfies, and just to enjoy the artists up close. And then what started happening is that I had a couple of people come right in front of me, and I don't think that was done deliberately. I really don't want to believe that. So basically, I couldn't see anymore. So it was pointless for me to even be there. Okay, so I went back because I was satisfied that I took a couple of pics and videos of my cat. Went back just to enjoy her music. We're seated a bit at the back with my family, so I could still see nicely. And then when the other artists also started coming, it was Simpiwe Dana 20 Summers, so I closed the concert. I then discovered, oh no, man, there is a lot of people are more on the far left. So there really isn't a lot of people on the far right. As you can see, it's myself, and then in front of me is one of the security guards. He wasn't standing in front of me, so I could still see Simpiwe Dana and other artists in front. And we have one of the most legendary photographers is there also in front of me, but I could still see. He does incredible pieces of photography of different South African jazz artists a lot. I really, really appreciate his work. So I could comfortably see. And there was a time when I locked eyes with Simpiwe Dana and I was like, I see you, sister. You see me. And I gave a little smile, you know. So that was a sweet moment for me. But I'm trying to demonstrate to you the frustration that I faced at the concert. So you can imagine now when I planned to go to a concert, and I've shared this before in another video, how before I go out, there's a lot of administration. I mean, generally all of us have to go through some sort of admin before going out, right? So you have to think, okay, either you drive or you're going to be on a taxi or catching a train, right? You have to consider what time you're going to be done and, you know, what time you measure time. No, man, if I catch a taxis take 15 minutes where I am to at least get into one and then get to the place where I have to get to, and you calculate from the where you're going to be getting off and where you're going, how long it will take, you know, all of that jazz. You plan all those things, the outfit you're going to wear, how comfortable it is, what shoes are going to be comfortable for you to drive in, all of that. However, in my case, I have to consider additional measures to ensure that I'm able to enjoy concerts. So with the Msaki in Symphony, I knew about the concert, is it a month ago? I discovered it on Facebook. I mean, I have mad respect for Msaki's artistry, so I was like, wait again, I really, really, really have to go here. I knew it was coming. It's December. I'm experiencing December fatigue like a lot of people out there who experience December fatigue. And in my case, obviously, it's even more than your typical woman of my age who's healthy. You know, for me, it hits me really, really hard. And I had a number of things to consider. I also not only had to consider whether they have disability or wheelchair section, and then I had to consider, all right, the bathroom situation. I will share a chronicle of Bona. I have Bona stories for days regarding bathroom encounters and situations, and also, so I have to know whether there is a wheelchair bathroom and how far it is. It's look, it's a concert. I would like to have drink and let loose, and also of course intermating with some water, and I have to measure how much water I'm gonna drink, but it's also hot. And initially when I found the event on Facebook, I swear I thought I saw wheelchair access. But then when I went down now, I was like, okay, now I've budgeted. I'm like, okay, although I'm really doing a number on my December budget and a February budget, I'm like, no man, let me give it a shot. I had to go back. I think it was Ticketmaster and another, is it Web Tickets or something like that? I just could not find the disability access section. I just could not find it on the website. And it was, now I was like, okay, I've kind of budgeted, though it's tight on my budget, and I just did not have enough time. And I just went out on work, externally away from home, and I was having the most frustrating experiences. One of the most frustrating experiences I've had in a workspace that I had no choice to be in. So I was emotionally fatigued, and I just gave up because I wasn't done figuring out how this is going to pan out for me at the Msaki in concert. Yeah.